Yawadi Chu Kong, or people like to call her Chef Yao. She is one of the co-founder of a restaurant called Made Slow Fish Kitchen in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Her restaurant opened in the middle of COVID-19, when most of restaurants closed down their business because there's no customer. But her restaurant opened in the middle of the crisis, and it's going very well. Her restaurant full of customers from the first day until now, almost 3 years already. If you don't book ahead in 1 or 2 days, you have no seat. What makes her restaurant become very successful like that? Why people want to come to her restaurant? Yawadi, or Chef Yao, she is the most outstanding, the most active slow food activist in Thailand. I asked her, what is the meaning of slow food? She said, slow food is the way of eating. It's the way of cooking food that people used to do in the past. And slow food is something opposite with fast food. Fast food system is a big system. You need a lot of money to invest. You need a lot of machine, you need a lot of technology, use a lot of chemical. Everything can be fake, and then you don't care about environment, don't care about people, don't care about animal or plant. They just focus on the highest profit mainly. But slow food is opposite. Slow food is about the system that we want people to know where is the food come from, who grow this vegetable, who raise this animal, how we deliver them, how we process them, how we cook them until to the table. So the customer have to know everything. In the fast food system, they don't want people to know anything about the food. The list of the ingredients on the side of the packaging, they make it very small. We cannot read with our eye easily. And all the word is not the word that we know it, like aqua, xanthan, maltodextrin, malic acid, sodium citrate, or cellulose, fructose, glucose. They don't want us to know what is in the food. They just want us to eat. We have to obey. Don't argue. Don't ask the question. Sometimes if you try to speak about it, you can be punished by law. And slow food, it doesn't mean cooking very slow. Slow food can be fast. Sometimes it can faster than fast food, especially in Thailand. It's faster than fast food. But the meaning of slow food is mean the process to get the food, to get each ingredient, it takes long time to get it. For example, if we want to have chicken, in the slow food system, we need to raise the chicken in the farm that have more space for the chicken to run, they can exercise, they can be happy, they have a good food, they have a good life. So the chicken that they use for slow food, normally it will take about 3 months. That's quite long. But the chicken in the fast food system is different because they raise them in the concentrate farm, the industrial farm. They have a lot of chicken in the small area. So this chicken, they grow fast, a lot of meat. It takes only 28 days minimum and 45 days maximum. So they will grow up to 1 kilograms at least in 45 days. But in the slow food system, it takes 3 months. That's why they call slow food, because it takes longer. But in the fast food system, the chicken not happy at all. They cannot walk more than 20 steps. They eat and sit down, eat and sit down. They never seen the darkness in their life. They eat all the time, 45 days, they will be sent to the slaughterhouse. So the chicken in the fast food system, they suffer from the first day until the last day. They never experience happiness. And their body full of hormone, full of chemical, full of antiseptic, because many of them get sick, but they're not allowed to die. Because chicken in the industrial farm, they don't consider animal. They are the factory of producing food. They are food factory. So they are not animal. But in the slow food system, animals are animal. They have to be happy. So all their life they will be very happy. They will have only one bad day in their life. That is the last day that they were sent to slaughterhouse. Another example that Yao told me is bread, about bread. We eat bread all over the world, but the bread from slow food and fast food are different. The bread from fast food, mainly they use a big factory, mass production. They make it very fast, produce a lot. The bread that they make in this system, it takes maybe about 2 hours at most. You can produce tons of bread. And they use some kind of yeast that rise very fast and cook very fast. But for slow food, bread is totally different, because slow food bread, they always use the wheat flours from farmer that they know. They use whole wheat from good farmer, organic farmer, and they make yeast by themselves. They call sourdough yeast. This yeast, they are natural yeast, and they let the yeast digest gluten for at least 6 hours. Some people let it digest for overnight or 24 hours, or some people said they spend about 3 days to let the yeast digest gluten in wheat. The normal fast food bread takes almost 2 hours to finish the whole process. And then the yeast doesn't have enough time to digest the gluten. And then they always use GMO wheat, which is contain higher gluten and not normal form of gluten. So the yeast cannot digest it very well. So people have a lot of toxic gluten from GMO gluten. That's why many people allergic to gluten. You can see now a lot of people have this problem. Slow food people take it seriously about the ingredient. Where is it come from? What is it made from? So we cannot use MSG, we cannot use oyster sauce, we cannot use many sauces from the market. So we need to know who made it. Many times we need to go to see the farmer or people who make each ingredient, even salt, sugar, or honey. When we open restaurant, we need to go see how they do it, how they process it. So it's not easy like a normal market. We cannot go to the normal market to shop everything we need easily. That's it, the difference. In the same time, the people who work in the restaurant or the staff of the restaurant need to get fair salary too. And then in the same time, they need to be able to learn, to develop themselves. They are not just workers. They need to feel secure. They need to feel like they can develop themselves in the same time. They need to be happy. That's the main thing. Everybody have to be happy. After listening to Yao, many people maybe think that it's too good to be true. It's not easy to make everybody happy and to make it fair for everybody. It will cost a lot for management. How people can afford to eat slow food? Yao said, that's the way normal people think, but in practical, it's totally different from what we think. Think about if we go to the supermarket and buy a loaf of bread. It may be very big and fluffy one. It can cost maybe $4. But if we look at the sourdough bread, it maybe cost $6. $4 and $6 is quite different. But $4 is very fluffy and light. If you squeeze it, it can be very tiny ball of wheat flours. But when we eat it, it's not filled up. It's not last very long. We will be hungry fast. But sourdough bread is different. It may be more expensive than the bread from the supermarket, but it's a lot heavier. But it's more nutrition. It's less toxic. And then when you eat it, it fills up longer than normal bread. That is the difference. So to get a good thing, we need to give the fair price. So everybody in the circle of food system can survive together. Some people may think about it's too hard to do business in this way because the cost of management is very high. How can you survive easily? Actually, Yao said, it's not that hard because there are many customers who are aware about these topics now. They think about sustainable way of living. They think about health. That is more important for them. And in the same time, when we pay the fair price to farmer will have more income. When we pay the fair salary to worker, so worker will have more income. So they have money circulate. So they help each other. So when they have more income, they can pay higher price. So it will circulate itself. It start a local business, local economics. That's the way we can survive together. And mainly people who want to do slow food business are people who understand the idea of slow food very well. That means we want profit, but profit is not only money. We want profit in the form of money to be able to run the business, able to help each other, to share each other, to make our life more comfortable. But another profit that they think about is to have good environment, to have good friends, good community, good health. This kind of profit is very high value. Not many people think about it, but it's very important. It's different way of thinking, but at least Yao restaurant and her friend survive very well so far. There's no problem. Now, Chef Yao do a lot of training for people who want to open a slow food restaurant, and she also be a consultant for people who want to do business in the slow food way too. She don't think anybody will be her competitor. She want more people to open slow food restaurant. She want more people to eat slow food. That is solution for our life. After talking to Yao, I don't think she is a normal chef. Her work has changed so many things in the community, in the society. She is not different from the big person who fight for democracy, who fight for equality, he fight for environment, who fight for health problem. She is very practical. She starts from changing herself, her family, her friend, and then it's spreading out more and more. Now, more and more people come to learn with her, and she have to be a consultant for many restaurants, and more people come to her restaurant. That means her mission is spreading, her idea is spreading. So even she is very humble, she don't accept that, but her work is spreading, it's changing many things in Thailand.